And welcome, everybody. Super glad to see you on this fine Thursday evening. This is Pikeman Plays with your host, Pikeman Obs. Thanks everyone for joining, and we got a little something different for you today. Let me just see if I can make it appear. Face cam. Yes, I finally got off my rump and got a cam. So, absolutely spent a significant amount of time trying to figure out how to make this thing work. And it seems to be working now, but if there's any trouble, you let me know. I'm just looking over and I see I need to shift a little bit. Alright, we're sorted. Yeah, so what are we playing today? We're going to play a little bit Airborne's Kingdoms. That's a game we've been playing over the past, past 3 episodes, I would say. Great little game. Basic concept is you are building a city in the sky, and that's pretty much the key thing. Let's get it started up and get that crap off the screen. What do we need to get rid of? The countdown timer. Let's toss that. Ding. Success. Oh, you know what we could do? No, we don't want to do that. Let's undo that. And if we move the camera up a touch, it looks like it's sitting. Yes, it's sitting on that little bar. Isn't that cute? Okay, great. Let's get on with it. Yeah, so what are we doing in the game today? Well, if you take a quick look, those of you who've been playing this game with me, this is stuff you can just cross your eyes and glaze over, or if you're watching the VOD, you can just skip. But for those of you new to the game, let's just get you sort of established. What you're looking at here is a classic city builder, like any game in the vein of Anno, Banish, that sort of thing. But your city is a sky city. Need I say more? The cool thing is that you can move your city around the map. Map is very substantial. If you take a look at it, you can see we're actually over in this blue region, but we've been down in this green region, and we pretty much completed the beige region. So we move around the map and collect resources, complete, simple quests, nothing too challenging, and then we go from there. Thing to keep in mind is this is a very zenful game. It's a calming game. It's a game that you're supposed to play after a stressful day. And let me tell you, we had a stressful day over in the Pikeman Plays household. I sound chipper, but let me tell you, I'm not. We had what do you call it? The visit from the Ronavirus? Yes. No, we haven't actually got Corona, but we've been in a situation which suggests that we may have been exposed. So, being good citizens, we've done due diligence and headed on down to the COVID testing arena. Got stabbed in the brain pan with a surprisingly small swab. But let me tell you, I've been swabbed throughout my 43 years of life, more than I care to admit. And even though the swabs have come down in size by, it feels like an order of magnitude, they still manage to hurt. I don't know how they do it. But yeah, it's this tiny little feathery swab that goes in your nasal cavity, and then they hold it there for 8 seconds, and you keep trying to move away from it, and they keep sticking it further and further in. Yeah, so 8 seconds is a lifetime when they're doing that too. But the funny thing is, I've had NG tubes, nasal gastric tubes. It's a tube that goes down your nasal passage when you're really sick and you're in the hospital. And it was about as awful as that. And a gastric tube, I'm telling you, that thing is easily 5 or 6 times larger. I was just being a baby. But anyway, yeah, my better half may have been exposed, so we were getting tested and hopeful that, we don't have nothing. That's some good English for you right there. Yeah, I think we're fine. It would be like, it would be somebody transmitting to us. So, and we're not even sure if that person has it. So we're pretty not concerned at the moment, but we're doing the right thing. Got tested, isolating. I'm gonna wait the next couple of days to see what the test does. So what else would you do in that situation? Well, clearly, you stream or work. Let's go with streaming now. So yeah, let's dive in now that you've had a little bit of a hello. Oh hey, mechanical animal. What, I don't even get a starting text? You know, mechanical, I have to say, I assumed that you just get alerts because you are my #1 fan. That you sit there and stare at your phone at all times, all hours of the day, waiting for Twitch to tell you, dear God, Pikeman has gone live. Drop everything. To be fair, my friend, you had some bigger fish to fry. That's all I have to say. And I'm not going to release any secrets into the wind. I'm simply going to say, yowza, you had more important things to do. But thanks for showing up. It means a great deal to me. You muted my alerts. Yeah, because, you know, they come so often, right? Oh, geez, you're being pestered once every month for a Pikeman play stream. All right, well, I'm taking a look over here. It looks like everything's functioning properly. We've got good exposure on the camera, got good audio. It's possible that the audio from the game is a little high. Just let me know, mechanical, or any of the chat members, if you find that the audio is a touch high on your end. I can always turn it down. So where are we at in the game? Let's take a look at our current goals. So one of our primary or meta goals, however way you want to look at it, we're five population away from getting the maximum population that we need to win the game. So we've been doing pretty good in that department, which is saying something, because we've managed, despite the fact that I played this game once, we've managed to lose probably 10, 15 citizens over the course of the game because of my terrible management. We'll just call it my... Let's frame things in positivity today, just to keep people happy, keep my mood elevated, considering it was a day from hell. I told you about the Rona stuff. That was just the beginning. This day has been, you know, like shoes in the dryer cluster. It has not been great. But I'm with you guys now, so hey, it's all good. We're gonna have some fun. But I'll tell you, if we got to frame things, we got to frame them positively. So we're going to not say my terrible management. We're going to say my amazing mismanagement of the colony. The flying city. It's not a colony, it's a flying city. So yeah, we've definitely done some things that were not great, but we're getting there. So we now have 7 of 12 allies. So if we check the tapestry, we've completed the whole beige area, 1 in the gray area, and 2, it looks like, in that what was the green area. They don't exactly match up in their tonal hues, if you will. I think, what do they call that? Hue, saturation, I don't know. So, then we have 4 secondary quests. We need to return the steel pulley to Crag Perch, which we collected down here. And we were headed to Bluff's Gate, because at Bluff's Gate, what did we have to do? Nothing. I think we had to drop off a philosopher. Yeah, they say share knowledge at Bluff Gate and Monan's Foundry. Then we have to return to the Elysian Cape, which is way over in the blue-green teal region. And not to be confused, not blue-green with the blue-gray region. Don't be confused, chat. Let's see, and then we have to find the Grand Harp for Cora Bay. So we got 4 secondary quests, and in the tertiary quest regions, the Wonders, we have the Tranquil Gardens and the Great Libraries, of which we found 2 of the 3 for each. So I think that's it. I think hopefully people are organized back into the game, and we're gonna get moving. So right now we're gonna head northeast to, let me just start the game, and we're gonna send our city on a stately way over to get to, something Bluff. Come on, brain, you can do this. Bluff's Gateway. And those of you who haven't seen the city yet, let's just give you a quick show. I'll just pause it for one moment. Everything in this sort of purpley color is our living zones for our citizenry, so we've stacked them 3 high, as high as we possibly can. We've also got a bunch of lift units. These are what keep us in the air, so turbofans and, well, actually, what are these things called again? Vertical rotors, fans, and wings. We also have a whole stack of these warehouses. I wonder if there's an easier way for that. Oh, it does highlight some things here, which is pretty nice. We got academies and industrial buildings. Basically, these are industrial zones off on the wings. People live in the middle here. We have some agriculture in the rear, and that's it. You know, I think that gets people a sense of where everything is in the city. And if you have questions, go ahead and ask. And again, thanks to everyone who's joining us tonight. It's a small stream, as they always are, but that's one of the things that I like about being a new streamer. I mean, I've been streaming for a year, but the reality is I've probably didn't stream for 8 months in the middle there because of work. But we're back and we're doing it live, as they say. But the nice thing is that you know, the small streams mean that they're a bit more intimate. We can chit chat with people, and I like that. I think that's really nice. And by and large, we've had pretty great people in our community. So we got a small settlement here. Oh, that's cool. We actually haven't recruited anybody. If we look up here, we have 145 citizens, and we can house 156. So we're going to go ahead and ask a couple of people to join us. And we can get all 3 of them. And for those of you who don't know, you can get... the number of citizens you can get is dependent on how happy your citizenry are. Overall, if they're jubilant, you can get all 3. If they're overall just satisfied, you can get 2 of them. And if you're mediocre, you can have 1. Anything below that, you start to lose citizens. They start to become increasingly annoyed, and they go elsewhere. So, currently, we do need some resources. We're maxed out on coal, but water and food are getting low. So, there's some food up here. We'll send 5 of our idle citizens out to collect some. We're also going to get some clay so that we can make adobe, which is one of our key building and trading objects. There's also, not objects, material, commodities. That's the term I was trying to use. And then we have a coal deposit here. So even though we're maxed out on coal, I'm going to put 1 person to go over there and collect a little bit, largely just because I want to keep us maxed out. I don't want to overburn at this point. In fact, I could probably put another person on it because we're at minus 3.4, which is not high burn, but it does mean that we could potentially run out of... sorry, we could start getting into a deficit. That's what I was trying to say. So Bluff's Gate, we're going to drop that philosopher off, and we're going to take a second to... sorry, my phone's wibbling at me, and luckily it is nothing important. So, we are going to trade... we'll see how much food and water is here. We could trade adobe for pretty decent. Anything else? We can get up a couple of wood because we get 4 wood an hour from our allies. Yeah, that should be good. That takes us up to 53 food, and then we'll check the water situation. Oh, we can give them canvas. Canvas trades 1-to-1, which is awesome. So we'll get tons of water. We got to be careful though, because there are no raw resources in this region to build canvas. So you have no cotton. So this is all we have until we move back to the not blue-gray region, the blue-green region. That's right, Chad. Well done. Okay, so I just want to fix one of my chat windows here because it propagates from the bottom, which means it's very hard for me to see if people are talking to me. Old. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I see. Mechanical, you tried to say something. Let me put that to allow. Oh, and it's gone. I allowed it. It was like, you said, you scumbag, and that doesn't show up on my chat manager that I have. It only shows up in my OBS manager, so, yes. You should be able to say that. I'm not sure why that's being trimmed out. I will fix it later, because right now, we're playing a game. Let's play the game. Yeah. Alright. So, where are we headed? We need, I think, to go north. Yeah, we need to go to Mohm's factory. Or foundry, sorry, so we can drop off the other philosopher that we have. So I'm going to take us up to speed 3, and we'll go from there. I say that a lot. We'll go from there. I'd rather not say that, but let's see. Lots of oasis. We're gonna grab that water because our people drink water like it's going out of style. Minus 7.9. It is by far the thing we consume the most of. So at this point, we will pop over here, put as many workers as we can, suck every ounce of water out of here like we're a bunch of locusts, or, you know, probably a better description would be any member of the Imperium of Man from Warhammer 40k. We were just gonna suck that dry for our own use, and then tell people who live in Mohm's Foundry that we didn't do anything with the Oasis. We found it that way, dude. It was Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome or Fury Road out there. Don't come to depend on water, right? It's an addiction. Isn't that what the guy said from Fury Road? There we go. We took it all. We took it all. All right, well, let's head over here to the Foundry. Drop off the Philosopher, and then either that'll auto-complete the quest, or we may have to return to the city we got the quest from, which is further north. I think it's right over there in the distance. Let's see. Yeah, let's drop off the Jakurian Philosopher. So he heads down. A Jakurian Philosopher heads down to the kingdom. With them goes the knowledge of sunlight discovered at Jakur Lookout. Man, they will share the expertise with the locals. Good stories. Okay, with one philosopher in each kingdom, the knowledge of Jakur has been passed on, and all may profit from it. We must return to Jakur Lookout and speak again to its king. Sold. We'd probably pick up a little food here. Let's see what's trading well. We have some adobe coming in. We have some. How about iron? Yeah, we got some iron. Let's sell some iron ingots to bring our food up, because there's not a lot of food in this region. That's part of the reason that we have so many farms. If you look over here, we got farms up the yin yang, looking pretty tight. What I would like to do is, we're a little tilted to port, so to the left. So I would like to balance that out. And one of the ways we could do that is by getting a water condenser, which for the price of 2 people, so it takes 10 wood, 10 glass, but 2 citizens to operate it. So what I'm thinking is we'll put one more on the starboard side, which will help to balance the tilt issues. These are with 11. Yeah, what we could do. What happens if we put one up here? How about over here? Oh, you know what we could do? I like this idea. Let's build some. I realize it's not the most efficient use, but I'm kind of thinking we could put another condenser in here. Then what we'll do is, because people really like greenery, is we'll put some nice greenery in place. And before you ask why am I re-accessing the menu each time, it's because if you do click modern, oh my god, seizure. If you click on the greenery more than once, it changes the type of greenery for you. So, I mean, I wonder if there's a hotkey that might allow you to controls, rotate building, recenter, and no, that's something I should probably ask the developers to throw in. Would be great that you could cycle through the types of foliage or whatever the building happens to be. So let's hit the play button. We should probably grab a bit of the forest as well, just because wood is always an excellent commodity to trade with, because everybody needs it. It's never worth a lot, but you always get a lot of it, because your various allies send you quite a bit. So I've gotten a couple more. Hey, we made it! Airborne Kingdom! That's a... How early in the stream is that exactly? 30 minutes, minus the countdown, so we'll call it 20 minutes. So we did it, we won, hooray! Well, let's stream over. See you. Bye-bye. Great, we made it. It's a time for celebration, ain't it, Bobby? Bobby? With our last few migrants, we can finally recreate the Airborne Kingdom, which is great, because that was the prophecy. We may continue to recruit inhabitants, but our current population is now enough to form the Great Council. All of us are enchanted with our place in history. Yeah, you know, sitting there patting ourselves on the back. Oh, good job. This day will be forever glorious, and our renown will shine through the ages. We are one step closer to prophecy. It's like, I think he's been watching too many movies. Too much Game of Thrones. Alright, so this is the Oriary that we already got, so we're good. We'll head north from here. Actually, we can probably build that wonder now, if we are so inclined. Yeah, look at this. Isn't this nice? Got this little park over here by the water condenser. I mean, I think if we look at resources... Yeah. I feel like if we review this, research this, it'll open up this section maybe, and that will allow us to get the boost building for water condensers. So anyway, how do I center again? I was just looking at controls. Recenter, C, go on back. How are we doing? Water's great, coal's dropping, so we need to look around, see what's what. This is dyes, but I think we already got that set of dyes. That's another thing I would like the game to do, is be clear when you have cleared out something like the dyes or the metal. So you can basically get colors for your buildings, which are dyes, and then metallics for your roofs and sort of other metal components. So if I look at the town center here, I can show you that. We'll check that in a second. I have 5 metals here, and then a whole host of different wall and floor tile dyes. The blue one I like a lot, so we might switch over to that. Open the research tree. So yeah, let's just grab this charcoal hut, since it's going to take us only 3 to achieve. Hello, Luciv. Yay, hoy, good to see you. I'm doing very well. It's been a crazy day. I mean, on the not super positive day, had to go get the old coronavirus test today, but otherwise things are really good. Thanks for asking. How are you? Very good of you to drop by for a bit, my dear. So yeah, we are back at Jakura Lookout because we are trying to turn in a quest. So basically, we receive a warm welcome on our return to Jukar, now enjoying the fruits of their observatory, which you'll remember we built last session. Some of the locals wish to join us. We gladly accept their offer. It shouldn't take us over our capacity. The king joins us on the cliffside. He's convinced by all our efforts we are indeed the new Airborne Kingdom in his eyes. Well, that's patently true since we just got that title. If we build a skyport, Jukar Lookout will ally with us, which is great because they'll probably send us iron every hour, which is, you can sort of think is like sort of the main unit of time in this game. So yeah, let's do it. 15 wood, we got plenty of it. 10 iron, we got 73, and we need 2 free workers, so we will do that. Elusive, you've been really stressed. I need to talk about something, but it's really personal. I've got an appointment with a therapist next month. Oh, wow. Holy moly. Yeah. Well, I will tell you that you are not alone, dear. I have definitely done the therapy thing a couple times through my life, and it has made huge impacts on me. And each time, as I grow and change, I find I get new perspectives on it, because I get a new perspective on the world as I become a new person, you know, like as you grow and you change, the lenses you see the world through change, right? Because you have more experience. And so what happens is when you look back on trauma or negative events or anything that would impact you to need for you to go and talk to a therapist, you'll find that you view it differently. And so that could be a very potent thing if you can harness it to sort of each time you go back to therapy, you sort of build on what you learned before within your current context. And so you develop a lot of adaptability. So I'm obviously not going to ask you to talk about that stuff on stream unless you're comfortable. I mean, I'm very open about my issues. I suffer from chronic depression, and that's one of the reasons that my motivation for, like, my biggest bugbear is motivation. Like, getting out of bed at times when I'm sick is almost impossible, right? The motivation to move, to do something with the day, it's just not there, you know? And that can be one of the things that gets in the way of me coming and streaming to you wonderful people, is because I feel like no one would miss me, right? And I don't have the energy to do it, the motivation to do it. So I think it's great to talk about these things, and you're always welcome to ping me offline if you have things you want to share, questions that you have. Oh geez, elusive. Yeah, wow, that is extremely, yeah, well, it's a massive life-altering moment, right? No, I understand that completely. I can't say I understand exactly what you're going through because I haven't been through that, but it's an identity change for them, but that also impacts you. And you, if you're in a relationship, right, there's you and your partner who are entities of yourselves, right? And then there's you as a couple, right? And if you change the identity of the one individual in any way, shape, or form, you'll change the identity of the couple. And so, yeah, wow, that's huge. I'm glad you're going to talk to somebody, because you know what, a lot of people wouldn't. They'd be either too afraid or they'd feel like there's no point to it. And I think communication is key. We are, what do they call us? They call us social animals. Why do you think people like the streaming thing? It's because it's a parasocial relationship, or a truly social relationship. And so we dive in to these, you know, cuddle puddles. I use the term as a joke, but there's a reason humans almost school like fish, right? We're naturally designed to be together. So you said they're my high school sweetheart and we've been together for 20 years. Wow, that's massive. Well, first, congratulations on being together for 20 years. I mean, that in itself is an accomplishment. And I would recommend remember that shared history as you move forward. You know, you guys, you share some pretty massive experiences together. Whew. Yeah. Anytime you need to talk, you know, you can ping me through Discord, you can ping me through Twitch, as you're doing now, you can talk here. I think everybody has had life-altering experiences, and if they put it just within those contexts, I think anyone can find common ground. I may not have, my better half may not be trans, but that doesn't mean I haven't faced massive life-altering experiences, which is where I can find a connection. Yeah, massive hugs. Hey, I'm gonna send you I'm gonna send you big hugs back here. Hugs. And do I have? Here you go. What a dong 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 dong. Oh, that was wrong. Not oh my gods. Here. Hugs, 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 and yeah, there you go. All those things. From me to you, elusive. I call you Queen Bee, Queen Bacon, and I will forever call you that. Stay strong. We're here for you, babe. So yeah, what were we doing here? My background is in psychology. I was going to be a clinician before I became an empiricist, so someone who does research in a lab. And yeah, so it remains sort of like, I don't want to say hobby because that really minimizes how I feel about supporting people, but it remains a really important thing to me to sort of moonlight as not a clinician, because that would be illegal, but as somebody who's there to support people. So there it is. Water filtrator. Double production on water condensers. And let's hit that. Our workers have completed the skyport. Awesome. There we go. We've got another one of our Jukar Lookout. I feel like that's in the wrong area. I guess maybe... Oh, maybe Jukar was down in the shallows. So that's that teal area. So with the skyport complete, Jukar Lookout is now... No, that can't be right. This is Jukar Lookout. I'm so confused. Twitch. God, chat, help me. With the skyport complete, Jukar Lookout is now connected to us and its neighbors. A few workers decide to join us, their belief strong in our prophecy. That's right. You know, because if you don't join, we will assimilate you. We're like the Borg. Alright, Elusive, thanks for coming by. I mean it. You know, it means a lot for you to show up and even hang out just for a little bit. And you've always been like a huge supporter of me, and it means a great deal that you do that. I'm looking down at chat, not at you. But yeah, it means a lot. And anytime you need, you know, to chat, you can either ping me directly, or you can just come and hang out in chat. I'll come by and see you on your next stream that I catch, and I'll be there to give you some support. So thanks again. All right, so I just skipped the text there. Perhaps you all read it. If you're watching this on the VOD, you can be like, hey, Pikeman, since you can't stay focused on one thing for more than a second, I'm going to pause this and read it myself. Mechanical Animal, you know what's going on. All right, everybody. So currently, where do we sit? We have not enough wood, plenty of adobe, plenty of iron, getting more all the time, plenty of glass, plenty of canvas. Water's good, food's good, coal is low, and there's coal... felt like that. Oh no, that's just a pattern. I thought maybe that was coal. You know what we could do is trade for coal at Jukar Lookout. So, how much is coal? We can trade adobe and canvas and iron. Let's give them iron, because we always are getting a trickle of iron ore to turn into iron ingots. That trickle is a lot more than a trickle. It's 9.5 now that we're getting. 9.5. So yeah, we'll just sell a whole bunch of iron to get our coal back to maximum. And then what I think we're going to do is I'm going to take a very quick look at, not that, the map. Let's, Crag Perch, we needed to drop off the crane hoist, and that was, oh wow, look at how pretty the color is there, chat. Whew, that's nice. That's one thing that's beautiful about this game, is that it's beautiful, you know. The main issue I have with it is they keep talking about the fact that they've done performance passes, and I'm running this thing on high, medium, very high, medium, and low. And I'm getting 30 frames. 29 to 30-ish frames, maybe. 36. Looking up at the sky. 36. So, and this is on a 1080, right? With 16 gigs of RAM, an i7. So I kind of feel like it should run a little better than that. But they are a small team, and they've done excellent work with the resources they've had. So I'm not really complaining. It's just can't quite figure out what it, even when I change the settings with this game, I don't find that it makes a huge difference in terms of the quality of the frames per second. And I was thinking maybe, well, you know, 30, it seems kind of convenient that it's at 30, because maybe it has to do with my webcam, you know, that the webcam and the game are syncing up. But that doesn't make sense, because the webcam's capped at 30, and when I look off in this direction, I'm getting 36, 32. I don't know. There's a lot of technical stuff to figure out when you're doing streaming, I'll tell you that much. I sure do, goldfish, says Mechanical. Yeah, you know it. I am absolutely... Wow, a castle. Wow, a castle. Wow, a castle. Yeah. Ça c'est moi. C'est tout vrai. C'est ça. Oh, we got some annoyed people because we didn't give them homes. Well, on that matter, check this. First and foremost, I want to make those blue housing Dook, dook. And then apply to type. Oh, that's nice. What if we give them a lighter... what this? No. That one? Yeah. Do that. That looks cool. But then I want to change the wings to maybe the same, so they sort of match up. Yeah. But wait, there's more. I want to do something that'll like sort of splash and stand out. How about this one? Like, it's very pastel-y. It's also the time of day, so let's not worry about it too much. Yeah, looks good. So wow, we have 49 quartz in the storage, which somehow equates to glass. I didn't know you made glass with quartz. I thought you made glass with sand, but maybe you can. I don't pretend to know all the things. Anyway, we were gonna build a couple of houses so that people were less stressed by yeah, by less stressed by the lack of housing that was going on. That looks good. And we can always expand over into here. But as soon as we get the, what's it called? The condenser, we're going to put one of those in place. But the condenser functions like the windmill. The windmill supports all of our farms. So we'll probably move that condenser. Actually, we'll probably move this tea garden. If we can fit a condenser in here, it should affect most of these things. So we can do a little jiggery pokery and see what's what in the long run. So resources to remain good. For those of you who don't know, this game was only recently launched the past like 3 months or so. And what's happened is that they've gotten a really positive response. And so this has really only one difficulty. It's a normal mode. And there is no extended gameplay or any of that sort of thing. So what they've done is a couple of things. One, they're launching a new game mode, like a Game Plus sort of mode, where you can keep playing after you've finished the game. They're making it so that you can consistently recruit migrants over time. Like, the migrants will, in a sense, respawn so that you're not limited in the number of migrants that you could possibly have. They're making a hard mode, so there's going to be a harder difficulty, which I'm kind of excited about, kind of terrified about, considering that in the early phases of this game, I nearly lost our colony, our airship, due to, let's call it poor planning. Yeah. No, we're staying positive today. Excellent mismanagement. Exactly. Excellent mismanagement. Find the silver lining. I'm a mismanager, but I'm darn good at it. So yeah. Anyway, so they've done a lot of work, and they're coming out with a creative mode. So the creative mode will allow you to essentially just build to your heart's content. Oh, sorry, smacked my scissor boom. That has to happen at least once a stream. I'm a gesticulator, which is a problem. Okay, so at Crag Perch, we return the pulleys to Crag Perch and begin attaching them to the crane hoist. People gather on all districts to cheer us on. A few even wish to join us. More people to eat our food and poop on our streets. Yeah, that's right. They poop on our streets. Can you imagine actually thinking about that? This is like sort of old-timey. So that means they'd probably be using outhouses. Look out below! Oh man, it's like the blue ice phenomena. Wouldn't want to be underneath this city after taco night. I'll tell you that much. After Taco Tuesday. So one crowd parts as the king walks between them. He waves and shouts up toward us. We have given them renewed mobility, and he cannot contain his elation. Recognizing the importance of mutual cooperation, he wishes to strengthen our bonds. If we can build them a skyport, they will allies with us. It's a commodity. Oh, quartz sand is a commodity. Yes, sorry. I thought you were going to say that that the poop dropped from the city was a commodity. But I bet you it is. Night soil, anyone? Doing a little gardening? Gotta fertilize. All right, so let's do this thing. We're gonna build them this piece of stuff. Mechanical animal, you can sell anything. I am fully in your corner. If you were to decide to sell Knight's Oil, you do just fine at it. And you know what? North Korea uses a lot of it. Yeah. And then they collect yon rice in bare feet. Ugh. Sorry, I have to have a Ricola. My throat just doesn't do long periods of talking anymore. It's that whole isolation at home thing. Alright, so we're actually doing really well. We don't need to do nothing. So I'm gonna hit speed 3 so that we can construct this skyport. That's one of the costs of having a webcam now, is before I could pouch up with my Ricola and you couldn't tell. Now I'm like, I've got a little something in my cheek here. Anyway, sorry. So, a nearby oasis has been fully drained. Sorry. Sorry. We took all your water. So, it looks like we're starting to run out of lift. We might have to put some other things in play. So, we got that condenser. So, before we do this, and chat, please remind me to pick another research topic in a moment. I just want to place the condenser. Water filtrator. Is it a filtrator or is it a condenser? Oh no, that's what it is. We have condensers. This is the filtrator. Yeah. Don't worry, I would have got there. So what am I thinking? Well, one thing we could do is we could move the warehouse. Our workers have completed the skyport, so we've gotten ourselves another ally. Yeah, so I thought this color here would have been the highlands, which is where we are right now. But apparently this is the highlands, and this is the shallows, which is the water zone. This is water world. This is, I don't know, Moria. Kingdom under the mountain, that sort of thing. And this is the Great Plains. I mean, I grew up in Manitoba. I've seen enough of flat to last me for days. Crag Perch is now our ally, and they will send us 6 ore a day, which is perfect. Alright, so now what was I thinking? I was gonna move... Which one is this? This is the Hemp Weaver. So we can move the Hemp Weaver and put the Hemp Weaver out on the edge. Something like... Can I rotate? Could I do... No, it has to be like this. I mean, that looks so ugly. We could... I don't want to be too far. Here's what we'll do, is we'll put it here. No, I hate that. I hate it so much. Sorry, I realize it's gross. I'm sucking on this candy. We're just gonna move it over for now. Don't judge me. We will figure this out. So, we're gonna put the filtrator. I think we're gonna put it like that. How do I get it to cover as many things as possible? Yeah, so, and then we can move this guy here. And move this dude. We're gonna put it there, but first, we're gonna have to build out a little bit. And you know what? Let's bring this around. And then we're going to... How are we doing in terms of lighting our streets? So we are gonna have to light sort of like these areas. Put that there. This is what I'm thinking we're gonna do, chat. Stop moving. I didn't ask you to do that. Technically I did, but blame the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Move that over. And then we can build one more condenser, because I really don't enjoy having things being lopsided. And then the hemp can go They... Stop it. There. And then... We're just gonna see how we're doing. We have 74% of paths lit, which means people are contented with that, and so we're just gonna build a little more housing down in this region. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So lift is going to become a significant issue, which means we should put in another fan as a lift. I mean, we could put in a vertical rotor, but they are extremely powerful. You can see how much tilt we're getting. I almost feel game breaking, to be honest, because they're relatively cheap. And, like, look, lift. Vertical rotors cost 10 for forest, 5 for adobe. They provide 25 lift. I mean, it's a lot of fuel, so that is the balancer. But the fan... Yeah, so we can put a fan in play. But where will we put it?
Where would we put it, precious? Where? Up we go. To the tunnel.
I mean, we could put it over here. Kind of thinking, the Iron Forge. We could move it... Here, I got an idea. We'll put a little bit of a path out here. And then as soon as that gets built, we'll move it down. I think that works, does it? Yeah, because we can rotate, and then we can put a fan in there. And I like it. That's real nice symmetricality. Yeah, so we've been streaming for... We're closing at an hour. We should definitely... Everyone should have a stand-up. There's my belly, chat. Enjoy. This against Twitch's terms of service? I don't know. But yeah, you should definitely stretch. Don't want to get that deep vein thrombosis. Don't want to throw a clot. And have a sip of water. Hydrate yourself. And then I think we're good. So I'm going to check the map quickly. Right now we have the Elysian Cape mission and the Grand Harp. So Elysian Cape, we were supposed to light all these ancient towers. The towers of Minas Tirith have been lit. Gondor calls for aid. You know, that kind of thing. So that's been done. We just have to return the quest. We should also do the Grand Harp, but we have to find that. So, Yar. So I think we're going to do a couple of things here. We checked the map again. One thing we could do, we found the Great Library here, so it's unlikely there'll be another Great Library around this region. We could do a quick swing like this, which I think we are going to do. But in the meantime, we're going to build that wonder that I didn't build last time because I felt it was a little game breaking. But we're far enough along now that it isn't really. We've found most of the things. So I am going to build the wonder we've earned, which unveils the map. So we are going to trade for a little bit of food before we get going. Food. How much is food here? We could give a bunch of iron. Because we're... Wait. Not getting more per turn? We really should. +1 per turn. Okay. Or per hour. So we're on the move. And chat, thank you for not reminding me that I meant to increase the... to do some research. I know. I'm the streamer. I should remember. I don't think we're gonna worry about anything here. We'll check storage. We could stack the warehouse higher. I kind of like the idea of getting the households to drink less water. Somehow, they need less food, they need less water. Oh, look at that. Look at our city just putter along. So nice. Oh, you know what we do have? Photo mode. Try to take a photo in every stream. At least one. Oh, that's pretty. That's so nice. Let's go down a little bit. Yeah. And we get the pennant again. Do we need to change the filter strength a little? Yeah, we'll make it a touch. A little more contrasty, but we'll bump the exposure. Saturation, I like saturating it up a bit. Yeah, that's nice. That's some nice. And we'll do one from up top. Looks very golden like this. Use a little negative space in the picture. Sold. Pictures taken. Anybody wants copies of pictures from the game, just let me know. Whisper, like, direct message me on Twitch or Discord or whatever. And I think I'm on Discord as Pikeman Plays, I think. I should know these things. Alright, let's go. Let's play. Let's hit it up to level 3 speed. And let's have a quick look to see about moving over the forge. So the way we were gonna do this was like that, yeah. And then, see, this is my devious plan. We'll hit lift. And we could put one there. Another option is we could put one here, and then... let's just do this for now. And then we have food that we were going to collect. Let's take a speed down a little bit. So let's collect all of the food. And we'll collect a little bit of the quartz. We can do it while we're moving. Same here. Well, look at that. We're now getting 60 frames. It's like a particular time of day that this game does not like. Oh, no. The trick is, look to the edge of the world. I don't know. I honestly don't know. This thing rubber bands on frames per second. Even when I'm not streaming. Like, it just... Boing, 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 boing. That's alright. Small team. Let's be nice, people. And this is a passion project. Like, they got... The art alone is so good. You know, like, artistically beautiful. Architecturally beautiful. You know, the first time I played it, I was so stressed out from just life, you know, adulting. And it was just this nice escape. You could just zen out and play this game. I mean, Mechanical Animal was telling me something about that with a game. It's either Unrailed or Derailed. I want to say Derailed, where you build a track in front of your train, and if you don't keep up with it, you lose. The train crashes. But, you know, he was saying about how when you play it on easy, it's very cathartic and zen-like, calming. And you can sort of like chit-chat or not chit-chat if you don't want to. You just sort of putter while you play the game. And you know what? There's a time and place for all those kinds of games. Like, I'm very much a big fan of most game genres. I'm not a huge fan of racing games. I can understand their appeal. They just don't do a lot for me. You know, sort of like casual gaming, like on your phone. Match games, again, I can understand the appeal with the match games. My mother loves them, or loved them. I don't know if she still plays. They don't do much for me, but I'm sure there's other genres I'm not thinking of. You know, probably. I was gonna say interactive story type, you know, games like The Walking Dead and stuff, but it depends on the story, right? We're gonna get more of this. Oh, water's full up. Look, see, again, I'm pretty convinced you can super saturate your resources because we haven't had to fill our coal in ages, even though we're going at minus 3.6. You know, something doesn't add up. But you know what? I'm not looking a gift horse in the mouth. We're just gonna keep on keeping on. All right, so I'm gonna speed things up. We're doing well for food and water. Now, the thing with food, we're almost at an even keel with it, so it's usually not a big issue for us. Water is at plus 19. That's because we're sucking this oasis dry like we're a bunch of aliens from Independence Day. Yeah. Unrailed. Thank you very much, Mechanical. I Do appreciate it, mechanical animal. Or as you are in the stream name, mech animal 03. Alright, let's check the map quickly. Oh yes, we were gonna see if we had a good place for the wonder. So the orrery, I mean, we could put it at the back of the ship. I like the idea of putting it near the front of the ship, though. It kind of makes sense, right? Like, it's the place where here, I'm gonna keep us moving toward our goal. Oops, should have right-clicked. So, what we could do, like this idea, is we're gonna put a little path in, like so. We have this beautiful, you know, Zen tea garden here, and all of these wonderful trees that people find highly desirable. And we will build the orrery. Oh, I see what's happening. So, we do need to put this like that. Hey, Verkir is raiding with a party of 3. Thank you very much, Verkir. Really appreciate you stopping by. And shouts out to Verkir. He is an excellent streamer who streams, primarily what I've seen him do is Hollow Knight runs. I did get a webcam. Hello. It took me ages to get it set up properly as well. Oh my god. The only way it likes functioning without getting really blurry and sort of looking like it's running at 15 frames per second is if you set it to 720 at 60 frames per second in Streamlabs OBS. That is like the only way it looks sweet. Oh, that's nice of you to say that, Mechanical, about Verkir's stream. Very, very kind of you. I love seeing love passed around within the community. Just do it safely, no STDs, please and thanks. I kid. Yeah, it's been a challenge to set up this webcam, but I'm running it at 720 at 30 frames because the one beautiful thing that you don't get in this when you have it set to 720 at 60 frames per second is that you can't zoom in. So you'd be seeing the entirety of my room instead of this beautiful little postage stamp that has moi. So, require 40% less water per household. I wonder how they achieve that, eh? A little bit of desiccate in their diet? I don't know. It sounds a little fishy to me. How is it that they need less water? Do they just get a little pruny, dried out? A bit like a date? I want the tea gardens to have more range, but at 22 per hour, ugh. That takes a long time for research. I mean, we could increase our propulsion. Let's do that. Let's make our propellers better. Like, we're starting to drag ass a bit. I love that the side of the map here is, like, the side edge of the world is a map. It's like the curled, fraying edges of a well-used map. It's so cool. I have to put in, something like... Verkir bows. Verkir bows. Yes. / bows. But yeah, so shouts out to Verkir. He's a streamer. He runs under that name. He does Hollow Knight runs and is quite good at it. Half the time I'm not sure what I'm actually seeing because he's moving so quickly. And he's entertaining. Check him out. Thanks for the raid. That's really kind of you. Every little bit to trying to get to affiliate helps a lot. So if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to follow. And if you're not, hang out, lurk, chat, whatever. We're here to entertain. There's no cost to doing that. So what do we need to do here? See, I'm getting 60 frames if I look here. Let's look up. Still getting a lot of frames. 60 frames. 60, 60, 30. It's the... it's my city. It's just like, this blob is far too many polygons for a 1080. A GTX 1080. Come on, man. I know it's 3 generations back, but it's a decent card. I'll just have to tell the better half we have an excuse, a legitimate reason, not an excuse, to upgrade to the 3000 series cards. And then we get juicy ray tracing. Yes. I'm trying to save at MBM Gamer a click. Forgot the Xbox doesn't do well with raids. Ah, yes. Yeah. Is that what you stream from? Is an Xbox? I had no idea if that's the case. Let's check the map here again very quickly. What direction do we want to be heading? So now we must have completed the wonder, because you can see, yeah, we did. There is our orrery. Reminds me of something from the Dark Crystal. Yes.
Gelfling. Gelfling.
So if we go and we check up in here, yeah, all of these things that are sort of grayed out are things the orrery is finding for us, but is indicating we haven't visited it yet. Ah, that's what he watches from. Yes, well, definitely my best to MBM Gamer and to yourself, and hope that your brothers are also doing well. And hope that you're, I would say, keeping out of trouble, but we both know you're not. We both know you're not. Oh, I'm sorry, no, your dad is the troublemaker. Forget. Alright, how are we doing in terms of our resources? 68 out of 80 food, 105. We're full on water. We've got extra lift, got extra propulsion. We got to keep an eye on our coal, but we just got a bunch of propulsion. That's good. That's good. Yeah, I know I got it right. MBM Gamer is a troublemaker, and I mean that in the most positive ways. It's just the reality. As you get older, you can either grow old, or you can, you know, age but stay young. And one way to do that is just to remain a rascal. Yes, I just dated myself by using the term rascal. Jesus, we didn't even use the term rascal when I was a kid. I mean, it's like my parents' generation. Yikes. Alright, we're gonna grab some of this water. Even though we don't need it, we're just gonna try to super saturate our water and keep it full for as long as possible. The nice thing about this region is water and food are prevalent, so we kind of don't even need, we could strip all of these condensers out and all of these farms out, but right now it's keeping too much of our population from being idle. And you know what they say about idle hands, right? They are awesome, and we can use them to stream and play video games, or they're the devil's tool. So we're just keeping people from mutinying on our ship here, our flying city, I need to say. So yeah, and again, thanks to everybody who's joining at this point. You know, we've got quite a few viewers for our tiny stream, which is awesome. I appreciate you all being here, and any of you who find the stream entertaining, please do consider following as we move toward our affiliate goal. We're going to be finishing up Airborne Kingdoms on this stream, most likely, and then we're going to head off and play something new. We are considering playing the story-driven game Innocence, A Plague Tale, or Plague Tale Innocence. We started playing it on the stream last year, and then I got distracted, stopped streaming, and started... I played it through on my own. I finished it. It's great. It's a wonderful game. And so that game is essentially sort of a third-person, story-driven adventure game in the medieval period. And it's very interesting because they wanted to tell a story about what it was like to live during the plague. And they couldn't, the only way you couldn't have the plague as a villain just be nebulous, so they made it that rats are the physical embodiment of the danger that is the plague. And it makes for some very interesting gameplay, because light becomes a critical component to keeping rats away from you. But more importantly, it's a beautiful game. And they do a really good job of trying to sort of make you aware of what the medieval period kind of looked like. I mean, obviously they're guessing on a bunch of stuff because we just don't know, but there's not a scholarship that's available. And they, instead of just sort of throwing the dice and making things up, there are quite a bit of pieces in the game that are accurate to the period. And it is, did I mention it's pretty? Yeah, so what did mechanical animals say? I was told today at some point you control the rats. Yeah, so you control them in the sense that you use light to guide their movements, basically. And so I don't recall if there's a period where you actually control the rats directly. It's that you throw things like bait and use light to deny them zones. So basically you're crowd controlling them. But there is a game called Dishonored where you get a skill where you can call the rats and use them to eat people. It's pretty awesome. That's a great game. I should play that on stream. It's a lot of fun. Though people would confuse me with someone who's actually good at the game. They'd be like, "Oh, I love this game." And it can be very skill-based if you choose to. I play it on normal difficulty just to have fun. And but there are people who speedrun it. They're so good at it. Yeah, essentially you weaponize them. That's right, mechanical animal. Sorry, we need to get a bit of coal here, but what would we trade? You know what we can do is canvas. They take canvas, they do, and it trades well because there's lots of the base product to build canvas here. And we'll get a little bit of iron out the door and a little bit of wood. And so basically what we can do is we can harvest a bunch of stuff that will essentially set us up for success to build more canvas. So, hangar's been upgraded. That's perfect. I don't even remember selecting that because apparently I am a goldfish. What do we want to do here? It's lift and propulsion right now is sort of what I'm focused on. We don't have any ores, so I'm not worried about ores. Let's decrease the amount of coal that the vertical rotors use because they're expensive. But before we do that, let's research balloons because they're damn cute. And you know what? We may be tough macho cheesemo men and women or people of indeterminate gender, but cute is good. That joke got away from me. All right. So, how are we doing, everybody? Chat, people are good? I'm good. You're good? We're all good. Awesome. So now that we got the balloons, we're gonna head back and we're going to push for less coal usage with the vertical rotor. You know what we can do though? We could also increase storage capacity to 200%. We have a lot of idle workers. Let's pop in a third research facility, the academy. What would that be good to put? Here? It's very specific where you can place it. I really wish it could be with the rest of them, but that dog just ain't gonna hunt. I don't want to put any more up. Ooh. Actually, this isn't too bad. I just want to check how lit the paths are at the moment, and that is the wrong button, Pika. Well done. We've totally ignored path lighting in this area. I think we're fine. We don't need to worry about that. So we're gonna put one right there. So that'll make researching much more quickly, a much quicker prospect for us. It'll happen much more quickly. The Tree of Serenity, where we are near a lone, peaceful tree surrounded by ruined walls. We feel more serene the closer we approach. Immediately, we recognize it as one of the trees needed for the rumored Tranquil Gardens. This wondrous ancient construction would help our kingdom immensely. We pick its seeds with delight, knowing we are one step closer to building the Tranquil Gardens. Nice. Yeah, it's funny, talking about games that we could stream. Oh, we can. We've got all three. The Tranquil Gardens, basically, they emanate serenity, thereby removing all displeasure from inhabitants. The displeasure from tilt or living near an unpleasant building or any number of woes. This building is unique, meaning only one... Yeah. See, the problem with this, again, it's kind of... The wonders are kind of game-breaking. That's another feedback I'd give the developers, is that the wonders... I like the idea of wonders in, like, the Civilization series, that they give you a definite boost, and if your opponents don't have them, they have to find another path toward victory, because you're going to be outstripping them in that area. But I don't like them being too totally overpowered. Like, these feel like hardcore endgame stuff. It's like you build them and I could take this city and tilt it, 90 degrees, and everybody living there would be totally fine with the fact that they have to basically glue themselves to the wall, which would be the floor, but now the wall, at night to sleep, suction cupping all of their food to the table, now wall. Yeah, I find it, I don't know, it's a bit jarring for me. And I don't even know why I continue to collect all these relics. I don't think there's anything else for us to purchase with them. Alright, so we're gonna head south to Cora Bay. No, we gotta find the harp. Once we find the harp, then off we go. Let's have a look around. So, which way is north? This way is north. What's that? Let's go check this out. Looks like some sort of barge or bridge or something. Verkir, what did you ask? I might have asked this before, but have you heard of or played Factorio or Satisfactory? From what I remember, they're similar to that RimWorld game you used to stream. Yeah, so I've never played Factorio because I liked watching somebody stream it, and I just was not sure I'd be good at it. But Satisfactory, I actually did purchase the game during a sale, so I have it sitting there, and I'm thinking of streaming it. I'm not 100% sure my rig can handle it very well and stream at the same time, but I'm going to give it a test run. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, I'd love to hear what people have to say. If they're interested, I'll do it. I think I think you shouldn't set me loose in that sandbox, because bad things will happen. That is to say, the monstrous contraptions I will make that for no reason should exist. Anyone with an engineering degree will just hate me. Okay, barge settlers. A barge floats in the middle of the shallows, large enough to house a small settlement of people. Ask of Cora Bay quest. Okay. We ask of Cora Bay, knowing that the Corals had lost their own barge. The settlers admit they do not know the barge's origins, but they refuse to give up their new home. Well, duh. When we mention the Grand Harp, however, they know what we want. They had taken apart the instrument, using its wood and fine strings as tools to hold together their settlement. They agreed to gather its stray parts for us, understanding the import of our task. The Grand Harp is broken, but we must return its parts to Cora Bay and see what can be salvaged. Alright, Roger Dodder. Can do. Would you like to give us your people? Sure. We'll take your people. They're just surplus population, right? Are there no workhouses? No poorhouses? Alright, so we're gonna get a ton of this cotton. Get everybody working on the cotton. And we will recruit from this settlement. Verkir, I think Satisfactory could be a fun stream game, and Factorio is a bit too hardcore for most to follow, I would think. Yeah, so that's part of my feel for it, but it's less that I don't think other people could follow it, though I think you're right there, is that I wouldn't follow it, and that wouldn't make for very good streaming. And I hate to say I judge a book by its cover, but Satisfactory is much more pretty than Factorio. But because Factorio is so simple, it just has that really simple aesthetic that's pixel based. You can make crazy contraptions without your frame rate falling apart. So you should watch oh geez, who is it? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna give another shout out here, standby one. Let's see. YouTube's. Oh, I'm logged into my stream, so I'm hearing myself. That's funny. It's a hateful sound. Anyone who hears themselves generally don't like the sound because it misses a lot of the bass notes. That sounds very whiny. Wait, that's what I sound like? Whiny? Alright, stand by. It's coming up. I know it exists here. I have too many... It is. Let's game it out. Watch Let's Game It Out. He has done some hilarious, satisfactory YouTube bits. They're fantastic. Very clear. Approximately 50 hours in, still I don't know how to play Factorio. Yeah, I believe that actually, because like this is a game sort of like built by engineers for engineers. Oh, you've seen them all. That's great, Verkir. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, he's great, and he started streaming, and he's doing wonderfully. Like he regularly has like thousands of people watching him. He's got himself sorted, and he is really entertaining. I wish I had his voice combined with his sense of humor and everything else. So anyway. What were we doing? We needed to build homes for our people because they're getting cranky. No, that's not a home. I mean, it's a home of science. We could call it that. Uh-oh. Ugh. So that's gonna annoy our people. How do we fix this? Well, you know, easy. We move it. We move it. Where can we put this? Holy coal! Holy coal! Chat, you're supposed to warn me when I stop paying attention to our critical thingamajiggers. Oh, and we can return the harp. So we return with the broken instruments to the corals. While we thought they would be disappointed in the state, they are rejoiced by its return. They claim they can fix the harp and still mount it on its perch. Noise. They need aid and materials. As always, they need 10 wood and 2 people. I think we can spare it. In fact, you're gonna be so beholden to me, you're gonna give me coal for nothing. Okay, well, not nothing, but you'll give me some. Wood's fine. We can give up iron. We got tons of iron. Anything else? Anything else? What trades well? Oh, we have crud loads of glass. Crud loads, you heard me. Alright. So, what am I missing at this point? That's why you bought Satisfactory originally, was because that YouTube streamer? Nice. Well, yeah. And you know what? I will completely admit to the fact that he sold me on it. I was thinking about it before. I'd watched a couple of other streamers play it. And, but he just sent me over the edge for sure. Both in hilarity and in my decision to buy it. I mean, and that was combined simply with the fact that it was a really good price on Epic. Epic, it was like, I don't know, with the discount that I had for spending far too much money on games, like it was, I don't know, 15 bucks or something. Definitely worth it. Worth it! Alright, so we're just completing the Grand Harp repair, so I'm not going to move away, because if we move away, it stops doing it. And we're still good on coal. I am a little concerned, though. Our coal burns out, like, really fast. So if we get a little bit more, we'll use glass. No, we don't want to use too much glass, because that doesn't replenish. And I don't, they do have quartz in this area. That's fine. We're good. And go back. Alright, we'll put it on speed 3. We don't have plenty of homes, so that's an issue. These guys are cranky. What do we got? What do we got? Ring! Grand Harp is fixed. Noise. The Grand Harp ascends to the top of its perch, and a glorious melody consumes everyone. It consumes everyone. The entire population of Coral Bay. The great Cthulhu has arrived and consumed them. But to nice music. The corals are now in rhythm with the world, and we are ready to become our allies, or they are ready to become our allies. A few of the workers even join us, which we don't have places for them to live. Ah! We must build them a sky beacon to reconnect them with the rest of the lands. Don't these people stop asking for stuff? It's like, gimme, gimme, gimme. Alright, so now we have way too many people, so we gotta slow down the game speed a little bit. We'll go to the back of the ship, because that's where people live. Because, you know, that's where people live, right? Have anybody been watching Snowpiercer? That's the tailies. These are the tailies back here. That means we don't actually have to move the this tower here, because tailies are used to having it rough. It's a good show. If you don't, the movie was fine. I mean, you know, it was diverting, but the TV show, because they have more time to build the characters and so on and so forth, I find it more engaging. Is it the best I've ever seen? No, but Jennifer Connelly is great in it, and if you've seen Labyrinth, you've seen Jennifer Connelly, very young, but an excellent actress. She's really good. And she's really grown as an actress in terms of her capabilities. So let's push this up to 3 speed, and we're maxed out food and water. We still got some lift. Propulsion still high. So I'm kind of thinking we need to put in place 2 things. We're going to need another tail, maybe, to give us a little more speed. Yeah. How would we do that, though? I don't know, the tail, I kind of like just leaving the one tail, especially since if we put another tail in, it would be off-centered. That would just cause my CDO to really get out of control. Verkir's heading out. All right, thanks very much for coming, and thank you very much for the raid, Verkir. Really appreciate it. The support, you know, some people think it's small things. I see those as really big things, so thank you. I will catch you in a future stream, either mine or yours. So, a good night, sir. All right, vertical rotor upgraded. Awesome. 60% less coal. That took a whopping 0.6 off of what we were actually spending. Skyport is completed, so we are done that, which means we've got almost all of our allies, and we need 1, maybe 2 more. So let's go get those quests completed, and then, I mean, I think we can wrap it up. And next time we stream, we'll be on to a new game. I think this might be the first time I've finished a game on stream. By God. Everyone knows I have the attention span of a goldfish, so I don't tend to finish. What was I saying? I don't know. I don't tend to... Right. We were gonna build something here. We need to make homes for people. Housing block. What do you think? Yeah? Sure. We'll put them there. Okay. Let's go. So, if we head south, we don't even need more recruits at this point. So, that's not south, that's north. Pika, that is the exact opposite direction. Look at how fast we burn through coal. It is unbelievable. We're already trading for coal again. Couple adobes and couple canvas, couple of the iron, and some wood. That's gonna have to do us. Keep moving. We're so close to finishing the game. I can't even contain myself. Sorry, I'm gonna turn down the sound, the music just a touch. Oh, no, we're not leaving. Jeez. Maybe it's my subconscious saying, you gotta work tomorrow. Go to sleep. Never. And by never, I mean like in a half an hour. Or as my younger brother used to say with an emphatic tone, in a few whiles. Yeah. He was cute as a button. Then he grew up. I'm kidding. He's still cute. Quartz. We do want some of that quartz. Give me that quartz. And my CDO makes it that I have to collect the relics. I know we don't have any use for them anymore, but I gots to. So we're gonna head to Elysian Cape and turn in this quest, and then we'll basically have one quest left, and we're done. And if that's true, I forgot to get something researching. What are we gonna do? Anything that'll save us coal usage. That's what we're gonna do. We're burning through coal like there's no tomorrow. Which is a bit of a hyperbole, but yeah. They're eating up a lot of coal. It's like these people eat coal, not food. Because look, our food doesn't change, but our coal sure does. The people of Elysian Cape rejoice in the new light of the Great Pyre. They are convinced that we are the true Airborne kingdom that was prophesized. A few of the inhabitants even join you. We don't... Go away! We don't want to build more crappy homes for you. Now we have to build them another sky beacon, which means more of them will join us. Is there a way to just, like, cut off a portion of our city and they just fall to their doom? To wrath, to ruin, to red dawn rises or something? I don't remember. What's the quote chat from Lord of the Rings? You know what we could do? Let's make it that even though they don't have homes, they have this beautiful wonder of a garden. And so even though they're living on the streets, they don't care. They're super happy. Yeah. Now, what is the quote? All right. And ruin until the red sun rises. I don't know. Probably shouldn't do quotes that I don't know. But I'm hoping you'll know. Alright, so some inhabitants don't have homes, but you know what? They have this wonder, the tranquil gardens. They're so tranquil. And we finished the Skyport. Sold. Perfect. We are now allied with Elysian Cape. Means they will give us 6 cotton every day, which is perfect. And then I think this is the last one that we have to go to. It's either Broken Isles. No, we haven't been to Ashrock Landing, so let's go do it. I'm glad you're all here, chat, to witness, you know, Pikeman actually finish a game. Follow through to complete a full collection. If that doesn't deserve a follow. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's do it. Ashrock's Landing. They're gonna have some quest to ask of us, and we'll finish that up, and then we'll probably call it a stream. I mean, that's a shorter stream, but it's a weeknight, so we'll do a longer stream on the weekend. Everything is shared with Ashrock's Landing, including clothing. So everything is shared within Ashrock's Landing, including clothing and housing. Nothing belongs to anyone. There is no ruler. This is like a running theme in this game, that there are no rulers in any of these places. I don't know how, like in, you know, it's like Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail. You know, there's the autonomous collective, right? They take it in turns to be leaders or something. How does that work for you? Not well. They're a bunch of dirt farmers. They have a request for the prophecy tells of Airborne Kingdom aiding the people, and their people need help. Though Ashrock's Landing contains plentiful food and water and cotton, they lack many construction resources. We see many temporary shelters atop the black slabs. If we could build more permanent homes with our resources, it would prove the legends undoubtedly true. Alright, so they need 15 wood, no problem, and we've got enough canvas, so we'll do it. These are my favorite quests, because we don't have to go anywhere. We just show up, they're happy, I'm happy, get it done. I send a bunch of my minions down. They're all like... like, blow up the construction site on a regular, but eventually get it done. And if you haven't seen Despicable Me, shame on you. The minions are adorable. Settlement. We do not want migrants. Actually, we want every migrant. Remember, nothing could possibly go wrong. We have the... what is the wonder called? Tranquil Gardens? Yeah, people go in here. It's like an opium den. They just walk in, inhale from all the poppies, and they're like, oh, I feel so good, even though I'm homeless. Everything's good. Homelessness is not a joke, nor is opium addiction. Yeah, the more you know. moving on. So we are almost done the home for the shallows, which means I think we'll have to build them a skyport because they all require skyports. It's like the tie that binds. And then we are, and then I think we'd be done. And I'll save the game, because maybe we want to come back to it and 100% it. You know what I do want is that great library. I'd love to build the last of the, what am I thinking of? The last of the wonders. So, Ashrock Landing. With our resources and a joined effort, soon the homes are complete. A few of the workers even join us. Great. Underneath the old shelters, now we see the black rocks are coal that we can harvest. Long ago, the landers had sent a party in search of construction resources. Now that they have permanent homes, this party can return. If we could bring them back, all would rejoice. Oh, so we actually have an extended quest. The mark a general direction, we're off. No problem. What we are going to do, though, is we are going to get as much of this stuff. We don't even have enough hangars now. Whoa. We have so many idle people. Alright. Well, we'll get food. We're going to get... Look at this. Look at this, chat. We're going to stop that for a second. Look at how many... It's like fireflies. If we move closer to it, here, I'll move closer to it so you can just see them cycling. Except they won't, because they've already loaded up. Well, look at that. That's awesome. Nice. Alright. So, what I did want to get was the last of the... There's a I have never seen the library in the middle of the Barrens. That is super cool. That's a first. So we need to go southwest, was it? Question mark? Yeah, southwest. Actually, our bearing is very close to that. We would have been off by a number of points, but not too bad. So what I'll do is I'll put us, say like that. Have another check. Still a little bit off. My older brother is an officer in the Navy. He would be so disappointed with my inability to plot a decent course. But they don't give us the tools that are needed, chat. Right? Yeah. Okay. We are so close to finishing this team. I am so excited. We will grab this final piece to getting a wonder in place, and then we can build that wonder, which gives us a library. We're gonna grab some cotton as we fly overhead. See, look at this is what I mean. Super saturated. We've been flying for more than an hour, and we have not used up 3. And our water hasn't moved, our food hasn't moved. Like, I don't know what to tell you, chat. Something just doesn't add up there. Oh, look at that. Look at the bridges. That's cool. I think we helped rebuild those bridges, but that was so long ago, I'm like, I mean, clearly we must have. We had to have helped them. They didn't do it themselves. Yeah, so we're allied. Do we need anything? What's their price for coal here? It's expensive. After all we did for them, huh, chat? Jesus. Can't give us a good deal on coal? Come on. Look at this. 17 people without homes. Whoa, we're not jubilant, so that doesn't really count then. Just a sec. Tranquil. Displeasure from tilt or living near unpleasant buildings. So maybe they have to have homes? Like, they have to have at least a home, or they'll be dissatisfied. Let's look. Comfort, paths are well lit. It could be a faith issue? Yeah, I think it's a faith issue. Let's, cause you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. Ooh, gotta have faith. Yeah, George Michael. Rest in peace. We miss you, buddy. Okay, fan upgrade. We did it. So, what I should do then is give us more planes, because that's definitely needed. And, oof, we're not going to be able to build enough homes. I feel like maybe we should just accept that we have a homelessness problem now. I did it. It's my fault, chat. I'm sorry. Let's put in another housing block. Oh yeah, see, they're definitely not bothered by being close to the ironwork anymore. So that's good. So what we can do, this is what we'll do, chat, is we're gonna put another set of... Alright, we're gonna put another set of paths in like so. Like that. And then we'll put some more out here. And lift is becoming an issue, so, but in the interim, while these things build up, we'll throw in another housing block. Right. There's always that sort of weird two side-by-side block that, because of the way we have to fit the faith building and the healing, the public service building, we'll call it. Where was this? That's the Eternal Forge, which gives us metal dyes. Where was it? Oh, we were just slightly off over here. So it's not immediately in the barrens. Like, I thought they meant like it was literally sitting in this type of barrens. Like, if we searched this area, we would have come across it, but we didn't search this area. So there we go, Library of Intelligence. That's probably the problem. We didn't have the Library of Intelligence, so we had no intelligence, so we weren't able to search that area. You know, it's a catch-22. It's there's no winning. You know, it's like that scene in Austin Powers. You know, it's like bong and a blintz, crepe and a pipe, schmuck and a pancake. No? Okay, there is no pleasing you then. Austin Powers, classic. And if you haven't seen those movies, go and watch all three of them. They're all good in their own ways. Mike Myers, classic. Have you seen the Mike Myers and Dana Carvey have done the new what was it called? They've done one of these like Uber Eats. They've brought back Wayne's World. It's awesome. So man, they've definitely aged from when they were doing that originally. What is it? Time and Tides Wait for No Men. Yeah, or No Man. They've definitely seen both Time and Tides, a lot of them. But I love it. It's great. It takes me back. So good. We're really close. I do want to build that last wonder, just for the lulz. And where could we put it that it wouldn't look bizarre? Well, I mean, it's all gonna look bizarre at this point. Oh, you know what I want to do? Here, let's do this. We got more planes, so each hangar has some extra planes, which means we can strip mine faster. Lift. Let's increase the lift of the fans. I think that's a great idea. What I was thinking, chat, is we could do, this would be kind of cool, is let's, no. Oh, right, we can't. I was thinking one way we could do this is stick the library here, but it won't go out in front of the fans. The props, the propellers, have to be out in front. So we'll get rid of these things. Oh, there's a faster way to do this. Just a sec. It is destroy. There we go. There we go. All right, so where could we put this? I want it to look like it's meant to be there. So one way to do this is we could... How big is it exactly? Could it fit here? Not really. Maybe? I wish it was easier to see these things. It might. You know what? Let's try this, chat. We have plenty of food and water. We're not going to crash out of the sky while I sort this out. So I'm gonna throw these guys down here. And same with this guy. Or gal. Or whatever. All good. Then we are going to destroy these paths. And then we are going to... not enough lift. Okay, so lift can be corrected. Oh, they left because they were unhappy. That's because we didn't give them home. Sorry, sucker. Oh, look at them leave. They parachute off. You're parachuting into the water. Hope you have a safety suit. Or a raft, because you're gonna drown. Anywho, that was their call. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna let the research pass, which will give us the lift, the extra lift that we need. And in the interim, we're just gonna leave the research facilities back there. Iron Forge has run out of, it doesn't have any more ore. Yeah, well, not much we can do about that, is there, chat? I mean, we get ore delivered. See, it comes in and it gets used. So if we can get that research done quickly, it's 3 hours until the research is completed. So in the interim, let's see about finding that quest item. We already get this relic? We did. We don't need forests. Could use... No, we have tons of cotton. We have 198 cotton. We have cotton for days. So we're not going to worry about that. We are going to grab the quartz quickly, though. And the clay. Just to refill our deposits. And... Wow, we have 25 people idle, and we still have... Yeah. It's just fireflies. Look at them. Anything they come across, they just absorb. What's that? An oasis? What's this? Let's check this out. This is in the zone, so it might be what we need. Oh, I hope everyone's having a good week, chat. I am looking forward to the weekend. Something fierce, though. What should we make? You know what? I'd love to stack warehouses. Oh, hold on a sec. Let us be sure. Yeah, look at how much lift we now have. We are going to build that great library. Because we good enough? We strong enough? Gosh darn it, people like us. There you go. Oh, that looks like it was meant to be. So good. I like when things work out. Weary travelers. We come across a band of fatigued travelers. We ask if they know of Ashrock's Landing, and their eyebrows rise. This is the search party from Ashrock's Landing. They have become lost in the depths of the shallows, and most wish to return home. But they have grown disillusioned with anyone they meet, and we are no exception. To take the journey back, they need supplies. They will only join us if we can give food and water, otherwise we're deemed untrustworthy. So give them 15 food, 15 water. Yeah, we have plenty. And look, see? We just gave them food, and it hasn't changed up here. We're still 80 of 80. So you must be able to somehow go over and super saturate your facilities, your storage facilities. We give the necessary supplies to the party, and we sense a collective relief. For now, they know we can be trusted, and most agree to join us on our journey back to Ashrock. Not all people join. For some, they have left no family behind, and they wish to explore the shallow further. But most clamber aboard and ready themselves for a journey. All right, we shall return them to Ashrock's Landing. Okay, let's go. Whoa! Is that seriously is that tilt for real? I need to tell if that's true. Hold on, lift. Actually, let's just do propulsion for the moment. Oh, it's like 2%, 2 degrees back, but it sure looks significant to me. Look at that. I don't know, for some reason, maybe it's an optical illusion, but I feel like our base is extremely unbalanced at the moment. So, because unbalance is the name of the game for me, I'm going to see what happens if I put a few of these in place. What happens if we put something up front? Oh, of course. Wait, what? Does that make sense? Yeah, sure it does. Yeah. Here's what we'll do. We'll put a few of these balloons in the back, and sort of, it looks pretty, looks cool, looks so nice. It's so nice. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember that actually being a thing, that they rise up in different heights so that they're not all... I like that. That's a nice touch. Developers, good job. That's a very nice touch. In fact, just a sec. We photo mode. And get the sun in the background. That looks cool. Take the screenshot. What happens if we kill the focus and just do something like this? How about... Oh. There it is. See what this looks like. That's nice. That's nice. Take the screenshot. And again, as always, if you ever want any screenshots from when I'm playing a game, let me know and I will send them. Look at this. This is 60 frames a second. Look at how nice and smooth that is. And then once our monstrous beast gets into visual field, 28 frames per second. I really, on a 1080 with 16 gigabytes of RAM and an i7, I'm gonna put Streamlabs on performance mode. Yeah, and that doesn't make even the tiniest bit of difference. So, yeah. I don't know, Mechanical. You'll just have to send me your graphics cards, you know, for the good of the Pika Man Plays community, you know. Yeah, just look into your heart. Let it guide you. Send me your 2880 Ti. Please. Alright, we're almost there. And we had 60 frames a second. Oh, it felt so good. Look at this. Look at all of these beautiful wonders. Look at that. Here, let's just pause for a second. Or put us on one. Look at that underside. This is part of it. Like, look at all these fans. They don't need all those fans on the bottom. They could just get rid of those. Mechanical Animal says not going to happen. And with respect to having him send the 2080 Ti. We got the warehouse upgrade. That is awesome. Because I always overfill. Mechanical Animal, it's the only thing keeping me alive. Yeah. I know. I'm glad you joined the PC Master Race, because you can understand what joy comes from having gear. It feels really good. Ashrock, as we return the Lost Landers, tears of joy stream down the faces as at Ashrock. The search party and their kin have reunited, and it's a joyous day. A few of the search party turn back and wish to join us. So, yeah. So they went out, decided they really wanted to come home. Got home, realized what a screeching hairdan their better half was, whether it's a man or a woman or whatever, and decided no, they wanted to leave again. They were better off just out there in the amongst the sea. So having regained their strength along the journey, we're happy to have them. Now Ashrock Landing truly believes we are the prophesized kingdom. We must build them a skyport. Oh, there we go. Last moment. Let's savor this, chat. Let's savor it. I wonder if we can make these a different color. Like, did the balloons change color? They do not. They're always red. Does this make a difference? It does not. Alright. Well, whatever we do, we should apply it to type, yeah? There we go. Make them all just bland. What happens if we change this one to, like, the blue color? Ooh, I like that. But then it looks, you know... How about this? That's cool. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. And then, in the meanwhile, let's change these guys. I like the idea of, like, propulsion and lift having their own colors, but I also like the idea of sort of continuity in color. Yeah, that looks cool. And then these guys as well. Apply to type. And where are those vertical rotor blades? Apply to type. Yeah, that's neat. So you can tell, like, right away where the lift and propulsion items are. Anything else we're missing? These I have to move, Chad. They are driving me absolutely crazy. So we'll put one here. And... oh, Ashrock's Landing. As we return the Lost Landers, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I just clicked. It's not that we'd actually finished the job. False alarm. Everyone go back to whatever it was you were doing. We can snug this one in here. That's good. Oh, and we didn't select a mission. So, based on that, let's increase the propulsion on our propeller or our sails. Or high speed, average speed. Let's do it on our sails. I mean, we're not gonna get there because we're nearly done. We're nearly done. This is so special. What do I think of that? Oh, it's so mundane. How about this? Nah, how about this? And we've got it. I think this is the win. Mechanical says, I'm more GPU than man now. Nice, good quote. Return to the tapestry. As we have now allied with every kingdom on the ground, restoring harmonious cooperation to all the lands. Our work is not yet complete, for we must forever aid the kingdoms. Without a flying connection, their isolation may well restore itself. But there's one final task, which we all agree must be undertaken. For when we found these ancient technologies, their secrets were lost to time. We must return to the tapestry that began our journey and proudly display it, so none may forget again. And yet, people did forget. It sounds cyclical. It's starting to sound a bit like... spoiler warning for any of you who are a decade out of date. Starting to sound like Battlestar Galactica. That's right, I said it. Alright, checking our map. We are not going the right direction. We need to be going southwest. How are we doing? Ooh, food is low. So we'll strip mine their food sources, because that's how we do. And they're oh no, we're low on water, not food. High command, never learned to read. I managed to get my PhD, as I say, by looking at the pictures. Yeah, true story. All right, let's set it to full speed. In the meantime, we're doing some researching. Not everybody has a home, so that's a thing. We could build homes, or we could just wait until they give up and run away. How many homes do we need? 4? And we don't even have enough forest lumber to actually make this happen. So, sucks to be them, I suppose. Let's see, we are still... How do I keep getting us in completely the wrong direction? It's a talent, honestly. And remember, today is all about positivity, since, you know, we had to go get the virus test. We keep everything positive. So, even though I keep flying in really the wrong direction, we're gonna say that I have a strong anti-navigational mind. Yeah. With the focus being strong. Yes. Mind. Ooh. Just ignore the fact that I get us lost. I mean, this is why Google invented Google Maps, right? Right. I actually don't know how I survived without... Like, before, when I actually had to read paper maps, I miss it. Like, figuring out where you are and succeeding at it feels really good. Failing at it, horrible. But, you know, Google just does it for us now, thank God. Of course, they're also learning our habits while we do that. My favorite is when they send me a notice of where I've been over the past month. I'm just like... I'm sorry, what? They're like... Google can be like that creepy person who's been stalking you, and kind of they stepped over the line, you know. All right, so let's finish building houses for these fine people. So everyone's gonna have a home, but yeah, I feel like this is all cyclical, you know, chat, like Battlestar Galactica and the Cylons and the humans. I feel like this started because the Airborne kingdom disappeared, and then that caused the fragmentation of trade, and therefore the the degradation of the kingdoms, the dissolution of the kingdoms into these sort of separated, no longer interconnected units. The apocalypse occurred, if you will, and a dark ages descended. But essentially, they found this tapestry that explained the basics of building building the city, and so they built the city, and voila, rinse, repeat, basically. So that is my feeling. People don't have to agree with me, but you'd be wise to, right? Just saying, moderator privileges / ban. No. Just kidding. I don't misuse my power often. Let's just check the map, see how close we are. Yeah, so we're actually... Oh, my older brother would be proud. We almost have a perfect course plotted. We just have to, like, a degree to starboard. Like, just the tiniest amount to starboard. Do that. Yeah, so I hope everybody's having a good evening. We're almost finished this game. We'll complete it, and then we will call it a night. And then the next game we'll probably play is... I think this weekend there was a request to see a little bit of A Plague's Tale: Innocence. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're probably going to start from scratch because it's been over a year since we actually played the game. So anybody who's new to it and is looking forward to having a gander at some gameplay, you won't be left behind. And if you miss it, you can always watch the VODs and get caught up, whereas the VODs from last year are long gone. So yeah, I think that's the plan. And then I'm thinking, depending on how my computer runs it, we may try... hold on a second, I just don't want to totally kill us in the last stages of the game. We don't really need food. Fine. I'm thinking Satisfactory if it runs, so maybe play Satisfactory during the week and play Innocence, A Plague Tale: Innocence on the weekend. There are so many games I want to stream, I gotta be honest with you. Like, they're just piling up. But that's not to be expected, not to be unexpected, considering the number of games that I have burning a hole in my pocket. My current, what we'll call the Steam wall of shame is about 600 games. It's not good. It's not good. But I'm making more successes at completing them. This is an example. Completed once on my own, completed once with stream. Here we go. This is it, chat. Everybody, crack, crack, knuckle under. Let us experience the end. The Tapestry Ruin. An unremarkable room is half covered in sand, similar to the hundreds scattered across the barrens, and yet within its walls we find the prophecy that we hope can change the fate of an empire. We begin to raise the tapestry. Dun dun dun!
As we raised the tapestry, a crack broke the skies from above. Descending from the expanse was a platform on which stood a single elder. The sage, who explained the true prophecy. Long ago, the ancients did not disappear. They ascended. These ascendants climbed ever higher, into the heavens, among the stars. They worried of sharing this discovery, for the skies held a beauty that should never be sullied. Yet, to hide such splendor was equal folly. So they devised a ritual to prove one's worth and see who could become ascendant. The prophecy. Those who could find the old machines and unite the world would be worthy of the infinite. We were not the first. Our legends were just one of a never-ending loop. And we had proven our worth. We could ascend. The sage assured us that our quest was one, but we hesitated. Was that the destiny of our people? Of course, you know the choice we made. But its consequence is a tale for another time.
Oh yeah. Giddy giggity. Right on, chat. We have finally, on stream, live, finished a game. And it was a great game. Shouts out to the developers, to Chi-Feng, Frederick Garot, Zach Mumbach, and Ben Wander. And all of those subcontractors who supported them, and who... Yet, exactly, Mechanical Animal, exactly. Yeah, I'm interested to see if they come out with a follow-up. You know, I mean, they spent 3 years developing this as a small team, so I'm not going to expect a major DLC expansion or second game in the space of a small amount of time. But they've continued to support this game very well. They're very, very active. So if you want to join their Discord, they have a nice Discord that you can join with, and they're very involved. They respond to things very, very quickly. So let's hit continue and return back home, and we'll stop our airship, and we'll just park it and go, like, look at it, beautiful. So chat, let's quick thing. Mechanical, you meant yay in both cases, but also there's yet, you know, like, they still want to tell another story. So the autocorrect mistake was also appropriate. Oh, look at that. Our speed is 83 with that boost. Man, we can roar across the barrens now. In fact, I want to get the other one going. I'm like loath to stop playing because I want to complete the tree and, you know, build all the things, but I'm actually really excited to move on to another game and share it with you all. So where are we at? Okay, well, first, if you enjoyed the stream, if you're watching it now or you're watching it on a VOD, please do consider following, because I'm making the push to become a Twitch affiliate and to really bring this channel to the next step. For those of you who've joined tonight, thank you very much. Presence was greatly appreciated. Shouts out to Verkir for the raid, and also check him out. He's a good streamer. If you like Hollow Knight, you'll or other sort of like roguelite platform-based games like Dead Cell, you'll like this. Dead Cells, I think that's the actual term or name. What else? What else are we doing here? What else do we have to say? Right, so next time we'll probably stream. It's Thursday today. It's probably going to be Saturday, Sunday that we'll stream in there somewhere. I haven't quite figured out which day is going to be a better day to stream. We're probably not going anywhere because of the old Rona test, so we don't want to spread the coronavirus around, the old COVID, since I don't think we're actually being visited by Vidi, but just to be safe and to be respectful and to be good members of the community, we're not going to do anything dangerous for ourselves or for others. So yeah, other than that, hope to stream soon, and I want to thank all of you for coming out. Let's do a quick raid while we're at it, though. Let's see who's streaming at the moment. Twitch. Boom. Let's find out if there's anyone who I'd like to raid at this point. Oh, lovely Momo is good. She's a nice streamer. Could do that.
Almost 5 years.
Let's do /raid. Lovely Momo. All right, stand by. We're going to raid in a second. She's a really nice person. She's the wife of Northern Lion, and so she does some really good stuff. She's sweet. So we'll bounce over there.
But I thought I gave it to this guy.
Looks like raid success. I think so, yeah. We're hosting Lovely Momo. Perfect.
Kikaman, thank you very much for the raid. Morton. Smash Morton against the Stomp.
Yeah, so thanks to you and for coming out. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you again on Saturday or Sunday. If you want to join the Discord, just ping me on... Oh, I should look over here. Ping me on, like, personal message me, direct message me on Twitch, or... Yeah, that's the only way, and I'll send you the Discord link. I'll probably post it soon, but we're still figuring things out here. I may be doing this for more than a year, but the reality is I've actually been doing it for a lot less, so we're still sorting some things out. But I hope you had a good time. I did, and have a really good night. Bye-bye.